Hey, welcome everyone. In this video, we're talking about Instagram security and privacy getting worse than it already is. Now, if you want to see the written version of this video, you can find a link to a website in the video description. Now, no one should be shocked by this, especially if you're familiar with my channel and the amount of videos that I've made, especially considering that 27-minute video that I made detailing years and years of Meta, the parent company of Instagram, Facebook, and WhatsApp, selling people's data without the permission. In many cases, they've been sued successfully, and in other cases, they were charged by local government administrations, depending on which country it was. They were violating the law, which is done on an international level. So, no surprise. So, the fact that this is happening, what I'm discussing right now, is no shock. But I'm trying to beat a dead horse here to tell people to stop using Meta services. It's just bad for you, and using social media is just kind of weird. And it's an addiction for a lot of people, a weird addiction. I just don't know. We have to know what's happening in everyone's life 24/7. It's bizarre to me. Anyway, what's happening is that Instagram is to remove end-to-end encryption for private messages in May. They're actually removing this feature, and a lot of people are not aware about it, but I'll get into that very shortly and explain why. So basically, the news is that Meta quietly announced this month that its help page for Instagram and an updated for 2022 news post that their end-to-end encryption will no longer be available on direct messages between users on Instagram from 8th of May and onward. Although apparently for folks in Australia, that feature has already kind of like just disappeared, which is bizarre. Now, the reasoning for this, according to Meta, is that they said very few people were opting into end-to-end encrypted messaging in DMs, direct messages. So removing this option from Instagram in the coming months, the spokesperson said, anyone who wants to keep messaging with end-to-end encryption can easily do that on WhatsApp. Yes. No one's using it, so why should we allow it? And why should we continue investing into it? You know, that feature that's very hidden and very hard to find and activate in Instagram. It's not that easy. I mean, when I stopped using Instagram social media last year, I actually looked for this feature. You have to really read a guide on how to dig into it, at least on the Android version that I left off with. It's not easy. So yes, we're going to decommission a feature that should be on by default. It should be an opt-out feature, not opt-in. But to opt in, we're going to make it super hard to find. And because there's such a low request usage for it, we're just going to decommission it. Now, if you're not sure why this is the case, I mean, you can take some educated guess, right? Very educated, and based on Meta's trend of abusing data and not respecting people's privacy and selling information for a profit, it's pretty easy to understand why. First and foremost, this is the smaller chunk here. This is like not even pennies to Meta, but the cost of upkeeping this encryption process. You got to hire specialists who are specialists in cryptography and so cybersecurity, but then also you want to make sure it's upkept and working well with your product. Then of course you have to include DevOps and programmers to ensure that the code is upkept with the latest cryptographic standards. It's a bit of a tongue twister there. But that is like mere peanuts to them. Not even. It's like dust in their office. It's like nothing. The real thing here is that by being able to access people's chat messages on Instagram, it's more sensitive data that they can sell. So people are talking about, I don't know, makeup kits or whatever nonsense like that. They can see, okay, what are people chatting about most? What are the most popular trends right now in the, makeup world or whatever? And they can sell that data to makeup companies or maybe storefronts that sell makeup products and kind of change the way they display products to potential customers and stuff like that. Anyway, that's just one example of maybe countless ways they can use and analyze that data through their Meta AI system. But hold on, it's okay. Meta has an alternate solution for you for the service that they didn't really advertise that should have been on by default. And in order to turn it on, made it super hard to find and turn on. Their solution to this is that they're basically telling anyone who wants to keep using messaging end-to-end encryption can easily do that on WhatsApp. Yes, the other service where they abuse people's data like crazy under the guise of it having end-to-end encryption. Okay, again, I've made a couple videos explaining WhatsApp and their absolute abuse of data, and end-to-end encryption doesn't matter because by simply using the app, turning it on, it scans your phone book. So they'll list all your contacts, their phone numbers, potentially their email addresses if they're listed and tied in your phone book, and they'll know exactly who you're chatting with. So for example, I think this is the example I explained in this video. I'll put it here and I'll put a link to all these videos. The 27-minute Meta video and this WhatsApp video, I'll put links to those in the video description, just one of the WhatsApp videos I made. And I gave this exact same, I think similar example, is that if I have WhatsApp on my phone and I have a contact called mom, And then of course WhatsApp will scan that phone number and it'll see I have a chat with my mom. They can't see the chat according to end-to-end encryption, if you can even believe it's end-to-end encrypted, because Meta has lied countless times and been charged countless times. Then they'll see how many times I've actually messaged my mom and her phone number. So my mom is also using WhatsApp. They'll see her phone number and all her associated contacts. So they'll put the relationship between who my mom is and her name, because they have access to her WhatsApp and my phone number, and they'll put all that data together and correlate it. So WhatsApp itself is a privacy nightmare, despite the so-called claim of end-to-end encryption, if you can believe it even has that working functionally. So what is the moral of the story here? And I try to end these videos with some sort of advice. Just stop using Meta services. It's very simple. It's very simple. Anyone who says they can't do it is just lying to themselves. I'm sorry to say, I'm not trying to be a jerk, but it's true. I've said this to my wife as well. I'm like, why don't you just stop using these services? It's not that hard. She's like, well, it's how am I supposed to keep up with my friends and family? I'm like, just use a service like Signal. They don't spy on you. They don't sell your data. I mean, Signal was made and funded by the guy who created WhatsApp and sold WhatsApp to Meta, and openly admitted that he regrets selling it to Meta because they're abusing people's data. Like, how much simpler can you make this? And also, social media is just not healthy. It's weird. Why do we need to know what's happening in other people's lives 24/7? It's bizarre. You know, have conversations with people, meet up with them, or just talk to them on the phone, message each other. It's weird. The concept of social media is just bizarre to me. So just drop social media altogether, but especially stop using Meta services. It's that simple. And trust me, you'll feel more relieved. I don't almost never touch my phone anymore unless I want to read tech news. Then I follow some on social media, on Twitter, I admit it. But it's just to read tech news, and that's it. So that's the end of this video. Meta is abusing people's data once again, and no one seems to care. And that's it. So I hope you found this video useful. If you did, be sure to hit the like button. It does help. Subscribe. It literally helps my channel grow. Maybe consider hitting the super thanks button. It's a little heart icon below this video, because I have to make these videos after hours when I'm not working. And that's pretty much a wrap.